actual topic which we need to deal, we'll just recall if S of t is the bandpass signal, then how to represent its complex envelope, how to represent its pre-envelope, that we'll see. S plus of t is nothing but the pre-envelope. Generally, the pre-envelopes will be denoted as S of t plus J S cap of t. But for the complex envelope, it is S of t is equal to S cap of t. For the bandpass signals, S plus of t, it will be equal to S cap of t into e power j 2 pi fct. I'm just recalling all the formulas which we have seen. Or we can write S tilt of t as S plus of t into e power minus j 2 pi fct. Okay, so this is all we have seen, and along with that we have also seen that if the signal is a bandpass signal, then we can write it in the canonical form as S of t is equal to Si cos 2 pi fct minus Si of t. Okay, it's a function of time, so Sq of t sine 2 pi fct. Okay, where your S tilt of t can be represented as Si of t plus J Sq of t. Okay, J Sq of t. One second. Okay, so these are the basic things which we have already discussed in the previous classes. So now let me go with the next topic. See, we have seen how to represent the bandpass signals in complex form. See, this is all related to how to represent. One second. This is all like how to represent the bandpass signals. Here it is signals in the form of complex. Okay, complex envelope. Okay, why we are using complex envelope, that all I've already explained you. There you'll have the signal with FC. Okay, FC, the signal will be surrounded with FC, so that carrier frequency should not be there in order to analyze the signal properly. Okay, so in order to do that, we are taking the complex envelope. This is all we have seen. Okay, so now we'll go to the next topic, complex low pass representation. This is what the subheading which I've already written. Complex low pass representation of band pass. We have seen how to write for signals. Now we'll see for the systems, band pass systems. Okay, so bandpass system. So I have a system which is an LTI system, and it is a bandpass system. Okay, so LTI system. Okay, I'll have some input and I'll get some output. Okay, generally the input to this bandpass system will take as S of t representation. This is the representation. It's not wrong if you take X of t here and Y of t here, but generally we'll take it as the standard form. We'll take it this as S of t and output here as X of t. Don't get confused. Okay, don't get confused. Okay, don't consider that X of t is the input and S of t is the output. No, it's the S of t is the input and X of t is the output. How do you represent the system function? Anybody can tell me, because I've already explained you how to like what is that system function and all. Okay, so can anybody tell me what is that system function? System function.
H of t.
Very good, H of t. Okay, so H of t. Why we'll take this as H of t? Because any system you have will give the impulse function as the input, and the output of that function will be the impulse response of the system. So the LTI system will be denoted with H of t, which is nothing but the impulse response of the system. And this H of t is a bandpass system now. Okay, so let me take the spectrum of this input signal and the output signal. now I have h of t. I need to represent this h of t in the form of h tilde of t. Okay, h tilde of t is nothing but the complex representation of this bandpass system. Okay, so complex representation will give you the low pass signal, low pass system. Okay, or low pass representation. Okay, so the given h of t is a bandpass system. For this bandpass system, I need to get h tilde of t. Okay, that is what the overall thing that we'll find here. Okay, you have h of t, you need to get h tilde of t. That is what this topic is completely related to. Okay, are you all understanding what is see, understand the headings so that the rest all you'll understand easily. Okay, have you understood what we are going to do here? Are you understanding what we are going to do here? Somebody answer me. See, in the previous classes, what we have done, we had a signal, S of t signal, which is a bandpass signal. For that, we have got S tilde of t, right? In the same way, here I have the system. The system function is given by h of t, and it is said to be the impulse response of the system. So this h of t, I need to find h tilde of t. That's what we are doing here. Okay. Okay, so this is what we are doing here. Hope it is clear. So how we are going to find that, we'll see now. Okay, is it clear to all of you? Are you able to hear me and see my screen also?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Are you
ma'am.
all understanding what I'm trying to say here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, fine,
Yes,
fine.
ma'am.
Okay, okay. So here I am. Let us first analyze how the spectrum is. H of f spectrum is in this way. Here we have just taken the rectangular pulses. This is FC, FC minus B, FC plus B, and this is minus FC plus B, and minus FC. This is how the spectrum of this bandpass system will be, and the bandwidth of this bandpass system is 2B. 2B is a bandwidth. Okay, and in the same way, we'll also see we know how the spectrum of your S of f. S of t is a signal, S of f is the spectrum or frequency Fourier transform. Okay, so it will be minus plus fc. So fc minus w, fc plus w. Okay, and towards the left side also you will have minus fc plus w, and minus fc minus w. Why I am taking this, why I am showing you this S of f is to just analyze in the sense I will correlate and analyze. Correlate in the sense I will compare this S of f with this H of f and will just find. Okay, so that is what for I'm just showing you how the spectrum of this signal will also be. Okay, so here if you observe, H of f is a bandpass system. So if you observe, it is again having the carrier frequency. Okay, so now my aim is I should not have the carrier frequency. If I want to eliminate this carrier frequency, then what I need to do, I need to shift it to the origin. Okay, so how we are going to achieve that, now we'll see that. Okay, so okay, so you have the bandpass signal, right? H of t is a band. Once again, H of t is the impulse response of the bandpass bandpass system. Okay, so that H of t, since it is a bandpass system, I can represent it in the canonical form. Okay, what is that canonical form? H of t is equal to hi of t into cos 2 pi fct minus hq of t into sin 2 pi fct to sin 2 pi fct. Okay, why I am writing this is like since it is a bandpass system, I can represent this in the canonical form. Okay, so in the previous class we have seen how to get the canonical form of the signal. Okay, in the same way, the canonical representation of the bandpass system can be written in this way. Okay, so you already know what is h tilde of t, what will be h tilde of t. H tilde of t, it is a complex envelope. Complex envelope, again we can write in terms of hi of t plus j hq of t. Okay, so if you just recall or just check back turn back your pages and see S of t is a bandpass system, bandpass signal, then S cap of t can be represented as SA of t plus J SQ of t. Okay, the same. I'm just correlating, or I'm using the analogy between this H of t signal and H of t system and S of t signal. Okay, so how we can write S tilde of t in this way? In the same way, this can also be represented. Okay, because even this is a complex envelope. Okay, now what is our aim? Our aim is to find H tilde of t when I have H of t. Okay, if I want to find H tilde of t, I need to know what is Hi of t. I need to know what is Ht of t. Okay, so to find that, we'll just go ahead now. Okay, so H tilde of t is nothing but the complex envelope. So we know that how to get the complex envelope. So we can write H of t as Re of real part of H tilde of t into e power j 2 pi fct. Okay, how I'm writing this, you already know. We have written in the same way for your S of t also. S of t I have represented as Ra of H tilde of t into e power j 2 pi fct. Okay, in the same way, since here also I need to find complex envelope, and for the complex of if I find the complex envelope, it is not enough. I should also know H of t in terms of that complex envelope. So to do that, what I have done, I have taken the analogy between the signal S of t signal, which is the bandpass signal, which we have written in this way. Okay, if you want, I can just bring this out. Okay, just see this. Initially, S plus of t is nothing but S of t plus J S cap of t. So I can write S of t as real part of S plus of t, right? See, this I've already explained, but since you got 1 day gap, I am just revising that. So Ra of S plus of t. S plus of t is nothing but S tilde of t e power j 2 pi fct. Okay, so this is entire thing is nothing but S of t. Okay, in the same way, okay, so this is for the bandpass signal. Okay, the same thing I'm just comparing and writing for H of t. Okay, so the same equation, S of t is equal to Re of S tilde of t e power j 2 pi fct, whichever I've derived before, the same equation. So here, since this H of t is also a bandpass system, what I'm doing, I'm writing it as H of t is equal to real part of H tilde of t e power j 2 pi fct. Okay, so this and this you can just compare based using this equation only. I have written for this also. Okay, anybody have doubts until here? Anybody have doubts until here? Anybody have doubts until here? Are you all understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody want me to repeat anywhere? Anybody want me to repeat anywhere? Okay. Anyway, even though you're not asking me, I will only just do that. Okay, so still my derivation is not over. Okay, I will just derive it. Before deriving, let me like explain you once again. Okay, so S of t is an input to the bandpass system. S of t is also a bandpass signal, and H of t, this system is also a bandpass system. Okay, so since it is bandpass system, I'll have the FC component. FC is nothing but the carrier frequency component. So I don't want that carrier frequency component. So in order to eliminate that, I need to get S tilde of t. Okay, this is what my total this topic represents. Okay, so in order to do that, what I have done, I have just taken the I'm just showing you the spectrum. Okay, so if you observe, this is what the spectrum. I don't want the spectrum with FC. What I'll do, I will shift it to the origin. How I have to shift? See, I cannot directly shift it, right? So I need to do some mathematical analysis so that I'll be able to show that even if you shift, it is fine, and it will have the characteristics of the system. Okay, so in order to show that, I will just take the analogy between the bandpass signal S of t and the bandpass system H of t. Okay, so H of t is a bandpass system, so I can represent that bandpass system in the canonical form. Okay, so this is what I have represented. Okay, and we already know that we have to find H tilt of t, and that H tilt of t I can write in by using in phase component and the quadrature components, and these two are low pass signals only. So Hi of t plus j Hq of t. Okay, this I have written based on this S tilt of t equation. Okay, in the same way, now what I need to do, I need to find what is Hi of t and what is H2 of HQ of t. Okay, if I know Hi of t and HQ of t, then I can find H tilt of t. Okay, if I know H tilt of t, then I can take the I can find H of t. How I can find H of t? H of t is nothing but real part of H tilt of t e power j 2 pi fct using the second find. And how I have written this equation? See, I need to find H of t. Okay, so H of t is nothing but RE real part of H tilt of t e power j 2 pi fct. This is again I have taken the analogy between the bandpass system and the bandpass signal. Okay, so this is what we have seen now. Okay, and now further continuation. In order to get H tilt of t, I need to, my final aim is I need to get H tilt of t. In order to get this H tilt of t, I will do some mathematical analysis. So let me take, let A is equal to H tilt of t into e power j 2 pi fct. Okay, I have taken A is equal to H tilt of t e power j 2 pi fct. Okay, can anybody tell me whether this will be the complex number or the real number? Can anybody tell me whether this will be the complex number or the real number after expansion, whether it will be the complex number or the real number? Complex number in the sense A plus JB form. Can anybody tell me this?
Complex.
It's a complex number. Okay. Okay, it's a complex number. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just show you one small analysis here. So let A is equal to A plus JB. Okay, what will be your A star? What is A star? What is A star?
JB.
A minus JB. Okay, so what will be A plus A star?
2A.
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 Right, 2A, right, which is nothing but 2 times of real part of A. Is it right? Can I write it in this way? A is equal to A plus JB. A star is nothing but A minus JB. What I'm doing, I'm just taking A plus A star. A plus A star is nothing but 2A. Okay, instead of A, I have represented as real part of A. This is what I want, right? A, this A I need. Can I write this as real part of this A? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I've represented that in this way. Okay, so the same thing I'll just analyze here also. See, I have considered A is equal to, even this A, whatever this inside one, whatever I have, it is a complex number. Okay, since it is a complex number, I may have some A plus JB. I don't know what is A value, what is B value, I don't know, but I'm just representing this H tilt of t power j2 pi fct as A. Now what I need H star. Yeah, sorry, A star. What will be A star? It will be H tilt of T star into e power, the complex conjugate of this is e power. What will be the complex conjugate of e power j2 pi fct?
Minus J2 times.
Minus j2 pi fct. And H tilt star of T, I'm just assuming that it is the complex conjugate of H of T. Complex conjugate of H of T. Conjugate, right? See, star, if I'm taking star, it means that it is a conjugate. Okay, so here I'm taking the conjugate of H of T. Yeah, sorry, H tilt of T. 1 second. what is e power j2 pi fct complex conjugate? What is e power j2 pi fct complex conjugate?
E power minus j2 pi.
E power minus j2 pi fct. Okay. Now here also what I'll do, I will write as a plus a star. Okay, a plus a star. If I have to do a plus a star. So a plus a star I can write as h a equation I'll write h tilt of t e power j 2 pi fct plus h tilt star of t e power minus j 2 pi fct. Okay. Now if I add these two, what should be the resultant? What should be the resultant? See here, I have added A, I have added A star. So what is the resultant? 2A, right? So 2 times of A. A can be represented as what? RE of A. What is A I have taken? This one, right? So RE of A, which is nothing but H tilt of T e power j 2 pi fct, right? So but what is RE H tilt of T e power j 2 pi fct? One second. What is H tilt of T e power j 2 RE of H tilt of T e power j 2 pi fct? This entire thing is nothing but H of T, right? H of T from this. Okay. So I will write this as, can I write it as 2H of T into, see this entire thing is nothing but H of T now. This entire thing is nothing but H of T now. Okay. So I'm writing it as, okay, I'll write in the C model. H tilt of T into e power j 2 pi fct plus H tilt star of T e power minus j 2 pi fct is equal to, I can write it as 2H of T. Anybody have doubts here? Anybody have doubts until this point? Anybody have doubts until this point?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All of you are able to understand, right? So anyway, after finishing the topic, I'll just tell you in brief again. Okay. So now what we'll do, we'll consider this as equation 1. So what we'll do, we'll try to find Fourier transform of equation 1. Okay. All this analysis I'm doing only to get H tilt of T. Okay. So keep that in mind. I'm doing all this only to get H tilt of T. Okay. Okay, so what, we know that, see here I need to use a frequency shifting property because the time domain signal is getting multiplied with e power j 2 pi fct. Here also the same thing. Okay, so first let us analyze, let the Fourier transform of x of t is, h of t is h of f. Okay, in the same way, h tilt of t, let H tilt of t, let it be H tilt of, H tilt of H tilt of f. Okay. So what will be the Fourier transform of H? Okay, I'll not take the tilt. Generally, you have already studied the Fourier transform. So what will be the Fourier transform of H star of t? What will be the Fourier transform of H star of t? Anybody remembers? Anybody remembers? It is nothing but H star of f only, but you can write it in terms of h of f as h of minus f. Okay, this is a Fourier transform property. You can just see this property in the list, whatever list I've given you initially, this property is already existing. Okay, in the same way, now I have h star of t. Okay, h star of t, what will be its transform? H tilt star of f, which is equal to h tilt of minus f. Anybody have doubts in this? Anybody have doubts in this? Anybody have doubt here? I've used same this property only. Instead of h, I have h tilt here. That's it. H star of t, its Fourier transform will be h star of f. Okay, which I can write as h of minus f. In the same way, h tilt star of t, it will be h tilt star of f. This can be represented in terms of h tilt of f as h tilt of minus f. Okay, now I don't want h tilt of t and all that. What I want for h tilt star of t, first one. Take the first one. This one. Okay, from the equation 1, this first part, h tilt of t e power j 2 pi fct. Okay, let us take that. H tilt of t star h tilt of star t e power j 2 pi fct. So what has happened here? The time domain signal is getting multiplied with exponential function. Okay, so you know the transform property, frequency shifting property. Here only I'll write.
Ma'am, it is e power minus j 2 pi fct.
E power, both are there, no? Both are there. You have e power.
But you are applying conjugate.
Oh, okay, conjugate one, no? Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Let me take this only first. It's okay, no problem. E power minus j 2 pi fct. Okay, so it, okay, otherwise let me write, okay, no problem. Okay, it will be h star of, what will be here? H tilt star of f e power minus j 2 pi fct can be represented as, what should happen here? You know the frequency shifting property. If x of t is the signal, if its transform is x of f, then x of t e power minus j plus j 2 pi fct. In the frequency domain, what will happen? It will be x of f minus fc. Frequency domain, it will shift. Okay, so here I have plus, so here I'll have minus. If I have minus here, then here I'll get plus. Okay, I'll rewrite this. This is what your frequency shifting property, which I've already shown you. Plus, then I'll have minus here. If I have minus here, I'll have a plus here. In the same way, here you can apply this property here. H star tilt of t e power minus j 2 pi fct. It will be h tilt of. Tell me, for this, the signal is getting multiplied with e power minus j 2 pi fct. So what will be the Fourier transform of that? F, in place of f, it should be
minus f.
F plus fc.
F plus fc. Very good. Okay, this can be represented as h star of minus of. Here I don't want this conjugate. So to remove that conjugate, the same thing I can write as h star of. One second. H tilt of minus f. H tilt of minus f. In place of f, you have f plus fc. This is what the overall function here. Let me erase this property. Okay, so which can also be represented as h tilt of minus f minus fc. Anybody have doubts until this equation? Anybody have doubts until this equation? Okay, fine. Okay, in the same way, see, I've got for the second term, this term we have derived now. In the same way, we'll derive for this also. H tilt of t, h tilt of t e power j 2 pi fct. Okay, what will be its transform? Fourier transform? You can just simply write it. Okay, h tilt of t, if it is h tilt of f, what will be the Fourier transform of h tilt of t e power j 2 pi fct? What will be the transform?
H tilt of f minus fc.
F minus fc. Okay, so let me write this. I've written as 1. This I've written as 1. This let me write as this. Let me write as 2. This I'll write as 3. This I'll write as 4. Now what I'll do? I'll substitute 2, 3, 4 in 1. Okay. So instead of the first term, I can write its Fourier transform in terms of Fourier transform as this one, fourth one, h tilt of f minus fc. Then second term is h tilt star of t e power minus j 2 pi fct. Okay, so we'll write it as this one, right? H tilt star of t e power minus j 2 pi fct, its Fourier transform is this one only. So I will replace that with h star of minus f minus fc, which is equal to 2 times of h of t. 2 times of h of t is the equation 1. In place of h of t, I'll substitute h of f. H of f. Anybody have doubts until here? Anybody have got doubts until here? Okay, fine. So again, the complex envelope, we have to get the pre-envelope. Pre-envelope will eliminate the negative frequencies and the positive frequencies. You can have the negative frequencies or positive frequencies. One second. Okay, so we'll complex envelope, again we need to have only the positive frequencies. So now can anybody tell me what will be the spectrum of this and what will be the are you able to see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay, so this representation is fine for everybody, right? Anybody have doubts here until here? Anybody have doubts until here?
No, ma'am.
Okay, hope it is clear to all of you. And anybody have doubts, you can ask me. Nobody has got any doubts, right? Anybody, whoever it might be, if you really have doubt, you can ask me. Okay, fine. Nobody is answering. Okay, fine. So this is what you have got. 2 h of f you have got. But what I want only for the positive frequencies. Now tell me which spectrum will represent the positive frequencies. This one or this one?
First one, ma'am.
First one is f greater than 0. So f is equal to fc, means that you will have at fc. Okay, this is minus f minus fc. So f will be equal to minus fc. Okay, so you'll have the negative frequencies. Okay, so I don't want negative frequencies, I just want the positive frequencies. So I can write this as, you can write this as 2 h of f is equal to, this is for positive frequencies and this is for negative frequencies. So 2 h of f I can write as, first I'll write this one only, h h tilt of f minus fc, which is equal to 2 times h of f. Okay, so from this I can say that if I know h of f, okay, I can find h tilt of f minus fc. But what we want h tilt of f. Okay, so in order to get that, what I'll do, I'll just do some small change. In place of f on both the sides, I'll replace f with f plus fc. Okay, if I replace f plus fc, it will be h tilt of f plus fc minus fc, which is equal to 2 times of h of f, h plus f plus fc. Okay, so this fc and this fc will get cancelled, and finally I'll have h tilt of f. See, you need not write this steps. This is only for your understanding. I'm writing it. Otherwise, if you see the notes, I have not represented this. Okay, in the notes directly I've written how you will be able to find the h tilt of f. Okay, so if you want to find h tilt of f, what you need to do, you need to know h of f. Okay, if you know h of f, can anybody tell me which shift we are doing here?
Negative, ma'am.
Negative in the sense I had like this fc plus b here, fc minus b here, fc plus b. Okay, now what is this is your h of f signal. Okay, now you have to get h of f plus fc. Okay, h of f plus fc in the sense you need to f is equal to minus fc here. Okay, here also minus fc, here also minus fc. Okay, so when you do that, your spectrum will shift in this way. This will be 0, and this will be minus b, and this will be b. Okay, so if you observe this, you have the complex envelope, which is like the high pass signal is converted to low pass signal. Okay, so if you want to get this low pass representation, then you need to know h of f. So that is what it indicates. You need to know h of f, and what you need to do, you need to shift it to the origin. After shifting it to the origin, you need to multiply it with 2, scale with 2. Okay, by doing that, you'll be able to find h tilt of f. H tilt of f. Okay, this is what the graphical method. Okay, so once again, let me resolve this. But what is Rn? Rn is not to find h tilt of f, but what we need to find h tilt of t. H tilt of t. Okay, so we already know how to represent this h cap of f in the canonical form. H cap of f is nothing but h I star of I tilt of f plus j into h f, sorry, t. Okay, h tilt of f can be represented as we can represent it in by using the in-phase component and the quadrature component, which I've already represented here somewhere. Okay, see, here I've represented in the time domain. In the frequency domain, it will be for h star h tilt of t, it will be h tilt of f, and for h I of t, it will be okay, fine. Here this is for h of t, no? H tilt of t. Okay, fine. So here I've got this. Okay, now since we are able to find the complex envelope of h of t signal, we can represent it in the in-phase and quadrature component like this. H cap of f is nothing but h I tilt of f plus j hq tilt of f. Okay, so here our aim is to find h I of f, h I tilt of f, and hq tilt of f. These two we need to find now. Okay, so in order to find this, okay, so I will directly write the equations first. Okay, in terms of h of f. Then after that, I will analyze it. H I tilt of f is equal to half times of h cap of f plus sorry, not h cap, h tilt star of f. h tilde star of minus f here. Okay, so how I've got this, I will prove you. Okay, hq tilde of f is equal to 1 by 2j h star h tilde of f minus j h tilde star of minus f. Okay. See, from this statement we understood that we are able to get the complex envelope. Okay, complex envelope of the bandpass system. It means that we are able to convert the bandpass system response to the low pass representation. Okay, so since we are able to get h tilde of f, we can write that complex envelope in terms of in phase component and the quadrature component. In phase component is nothing but hi tilde of f, and the quadrature component is hq tilde of f. Okay, so this is the representation, and yeah, so from this you know that if I know hi tilde of f and hq tilde of f, I'll be able to find h tilde of f. Okay, so how to find that h tilde of f? To find that h tilde of f, I need to know hi tilde of f and hq tilde of f. Okay, so hi tilde of f is nothing but half h tilde of f plus h tilde star of minus f. Why I have taken in terms of h tilde of f is nothing but because I already know what will be my h tilde of f. Okay, since I know what is my h tilde of f, I have represented the equations in this way. Okay, so let me just prove this two equations. Let me write this as a. 1 second. Let me write this as a, and let me write this as b. Okay, so you already know what is h star of h tilde of f. H tilde of f is nothing but hi hi 2 plus j h tilde q of f. Right, this equation only I have written here. Okay, so now what I want, first I'll take star of f. Okay, so it will become okay, I have applied conjugate. Okay, so now I want it will be equal to hi tilde of minus f. Okay, minus f. I don't want for plus f, I want it for minus f. So I'm writing it as j hq tilde of minus f. This I'll take as equation 1 and this I'll take as equation 2. Okay, so now what I'll do, first add 1 and 2. Okay, c only I'll take, and this I'll take as d. Add c plus d. Okay, if you add c plus d, you'll get this first one. Okay, let us see. These two we need to add. C1, c is nothing but h cap of f, sorry, h tilde of f plus h tilde star of minus f. It will be equal to one second. Now I've written something wrong here. Complex conjugate I need to take, so it will be minus. Okay, so it will be 2 hi tilde star of f, and these two will get cancelled, so it will be equal to half h tilde of f plus h tilde star of minus f. Okay, so this is what I have written here. Somewhere something I have done wrong. Okay, wait. Let me write this again. I'll write it little neatly. Here somewhere I did some mistake. Let me rewrite it. And write this equation as, I need to take complex conjugate, so I will have hi star of f minus j hq tilde star of f. Okay, fine. So this I'll write as, we know that for h of t, if its transform is h of f, and if for h star of t, it will be h star of f, which can be represented as h of minus f. Okay, the same thing I'll use here also, so it will become h star of minus f, which is equal to hi of minus f minus j h star minus f. Okay, anybody have doubts here? I've used the same property. This property I've used here. Okay, so this is D. Now what I'll do, I'll add C and D. C and D, when I'll add, it will be h star of f plus h tilde of minus f, which will be equal to, these two will get added and these two will get subtracted. Somewhere something is missing. Oh, it is not h tilde star of minus f. Okay. Okay. First, what I'll do, I'll replace f with minus f. Okay, this is a first equation. This is the second equation which I've taken. From the second equation, I'm just replacing f with minus f. So minus j hq of minus f. Okay, so this will become h star of minus f. It will be plus f, which will be equal to, okay, I will not eliminate the left hand side. Left hand side, let it be in the same way. Here it will be F HQ plus F. And this is my D now. I'll just re-explain you all this again. Okay, don't worry. Don't worry. Since I'm not able to see all together, I have a problem. Okay, because here I've derived for H tilde star of minus F. Okay, but what I want for minus F, I've done it for F. So that is the reason when I added, I had got some problem. Okay, I'll just explain you again. Don't worry. Okay. This I'll consider as D now. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll add C plus D. Okay. When I add C plus D and have as H. What is that? H tilde of F plus H tilde star of minus F. These two I'm adding, this and this I'm adding. So this will be equal to right hand side. This one and this one will get cancelled and I'll be left out with only 2 times of Hi tilde of F. Okay. So Hi tilde of F is nothing but half H tilde of F plus H tilde star of minus F. Okay. So finally, if you observe, I'll get this equation only. Okay. Correct only, right? Just check. Yeah. Okay. So this is. I'll just explain you from here again. Okay. Until here it was fine, right? See, if you want to get H tilde of F, then what you need to do? You need to first shift this H of F to origin, and once you shift it to origin, after that you need to scale it with 2. You need to multiply it with 2. Okay, then you'll get H tilde of F in this way. Okay, so now you have analyzed that, you'll be able to get the complex envelope H tilde of F. Okay, so complex envelope you can write it in the form of in phase and quadrature component. So here we have represented in the form of in phase and quadrature component as H tilde of F. We have written as Hi tilde of F plus JHQ tilde of F. Okay, this is the representation of the complex function H tilde of F in the form of in phase and quadrature components. Okay, so now what I need to do, see, if I want to get H tilde of F, I need to know what is this H tilde I of F and H tilde Q of F. These two I need. Okay, in order to get that, see, directly I have written the equation here. Okay, so this is the equation that will help us to get Hi tilde of F in terms of H tilde of F. Okay, so this is H tilde of F, and if you know H tilde of F, you can take complex conjugate of that and substitute minus F. Okay, so this I need to prove. Okay, so to prove that, what I have done, I have taken the initial equation which we have written in the in phase and quadrature component form. H tilde of F is nothing but Hi tilde of F plus JHQ tilde of F. Okay, here what I have done, I have taken complex conjugate on both the sides, this side and this side. Okay, when I take complex conjugate, I will have minus JHQ tilde of star of F. Okay, now I want for H star tilde of minus F. Only when I take this, I'll get Hi of F in terms of H tilde of F and H tilde star of minus F. That is the reason I'm doing this way. So H star tilde star of minus F, if I take, I'll have as H tilde star of minus F minus J HQ star of minus F. And you already know this I've written as it is, and this side what I've done, Hi tilde of minus F can be H tilde I star of minus F can be represented as Hi tilde of minus of this value. Minus of this value is nothing but minus of minus, it will be plus F. Okay, in the same way, HQ tilde star of minus F is nothing but HQ tilde of F. Okay, minus of minus F. So it will be plus F. Okay, so this I've got. Now I've considered this as equation C and this as equation D. Now what I did is I have added these two equations. When I add these two equations to the left hand side, I will be left with this, and the right hand side, this Hi of F, Hi tilde of F and Hi tilde of F will get added. So it will be 2 Hi tilde of F, and this one will cancel each other. This is plus and this is minus, so it will cancel each other. So finally, Hi star of Hi tilde of F is nothing but half H tilde of F plus H tilde star of minus F. Okay, so this is how we find HI tilt of F. But once you know HI tilt of F, you need to get HQ tilt of F also. Now what I'll do, I'll subtract C and D. C minus D. Okay, subtract C minus D, so that you will have, you just do it. Tomorrow we'll see. Okay, HQ of F will be equal to half of H tilt of F, 1 by 2j, H tilt of F minus H of minus F. This is what you're going to get. Okay, this you can try and tell me tomorrow. So if you know HQ tilt of F and HI tilt of F, you can find H tilt of F. H tilt of F. When you know H tilt of F, in order to get H tilt of T, you have to just take H tilt of T. You need to just take Fourier inverse Fourier transform of H tilt of F. Okay, which is nothing but integral minus infinity to plus infinity H tilt of F e power F inverse, no, so e power j 2 pi F ct dt. Okay, using this you can find the H tilt of T. Okay, so anybody, I hope it is clear. Okay, anyway, tomorrow I'll just refresh again, because here some mathematical analysis, like like I have just confused you, because here I didn't check this equation, so I have confused you people. So from here, anyway, I'll explain you tomorrow again. Okay, don't worry. Is it clear? How many of you understood? Let me know. Anybody here understood? Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Anyway, tomorrow I'll just revise the same topic again. Don't worry. Okay, because somewhere some mathematical analysis we have gone wrong when I was doing. So we'll just revise it again tomorrow. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Ma'am, share the notes, ma'am.
I will share it. I'll share it today, because I have to combine two different parts. So I'll combine now and I'll send you. Okay. Okay. See, today actually, again I have one more hour. I thought I'll not take that hour, but anyway, now I'll take that hour. Please be ready. It's after lunch break. Okay, because this topic also will be lagging, no? See, again I have to explain this again, right? So will be lagging. So I'll just take the class in the afternoon also today. Okay, don't miss the class. Everybody, please join the class. 1:30. I'll take the class again. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
ಹಿಂಗತೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ರಪ್ಪ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
ఇక్కడ ప్రెస్ చేయాలి